In the year 2273, humanity had become a powerful force in the galaxy, expanding across star systems and establishing colonies on dozens of planets. But despite their rapid growth and technological advancements, one thing remained elusive: contact with other advanced alien civilizations. For years, humanity had sent probes, made attempts at communication, and explored distant stars, only to be met with silence. There were rumors of alien races out there, hidden in the far reaches of space, but no one had ever truly confirmed their existence. The universe seemed vast, empty, and lonely. The breakthrough came when a series of strange signals were detected emanating from a distant system located beyond the Orion Nebula. The signals were not like anything humans had ever encountered. They were highly structured, almost like a form of communication, but with no discernible language or pattern. The human scientific community was intrigued. Could this finally be the proof that there were other intelligent species out there? The excitement was palpable, but so were the concerns. If this was a message from another civilization, what would it mean for humanity? Would they be welcomed, or would this signal bring a new threat to their doorstep? After years of careful analysis and deliberation, the decision was made. A team of elite human explorers, led by Captain Orion Holt, was assembled to make the first-ever journey to the source of the signal. The mission was dangerous, the distance vast, and the unknowns countless. But humanity was determined to take the next step into the greater galactic community, no matter the cost. Captain Holt and his crew boarded the Endeavour, the fastest ship humanity had ever built, capable of crossing light years in a matter of months thanks to the latest advancements in faster-than-light, FTL technology. They left Earth behind, venturing into the unknown, following the signal's path to the distant star system. The journey was long, filled with the typical challenges of deep space travel, malfunctions, unknown space phenomena, and moments of isolation that tested the crew's resolve. But their spirits were high, driven by the excitement of discovery and the possibility of encountering other intelligent life. When the Endeavour finally arrived at the source of the signals, the crew was stunned. They had expected to find a world or a space station, perhaps a communication relay, or even an alien ship. Instead, they encountered a massive structure floating in the void of space, larger than anything humanity had ever seen. It was a derelict station, ancient and weathered, but still seemingly operational. Its metallic surface was scarred by time, with strange symbols and markings etched into its hull. The signal they had followed had originated from deep within the station, and the crew was determined to investigate. As they docked the Endeavour and made their way into the station, they discovered that it was empty, eerily so. The walls were lined with alien technology, far beyond human comprehension, but the station's corridors were silent. It was as though the inhabitants had simply vanished, leaving behind their most valuable possessions without explanation. Captain Holt and his team scoured the station, searching for answers, but there were no signs of life, until they stumbled upon a hidden chamber deep within the station's core. Inside the chamber, the crew found something that would change everything. A massive, intricately designed portal was embedded in the station's walls, pulsing with strange energy. It was unlike anything they had ever seen, an interdimensional doorway, perhaps, or a wormhole to another part of the galaxy. The portal seemed to be inactive, but its very presence was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It was a relic of an advanced civilization, but it was clear that it was not meant for human use. The markings around the portal indicated that only a select few species had ever been able to operate such technology, and none of those species were human. The team was left with a choice: to try and activate the portal or leave it untouched. The decision weighed heavily on Captain Holt. They were the first humans to ever find such an artifact, and the potential for discovery was endless. But there was also the possibility that this technology could be far too dangerous for them to handle. As they debated the risks, a sudden shockwave rocked the station. The portal flared to life, and an enormous alien vessel appeared out of nowhere, emerging from the very heart of the portal. The ship was massive, its design unlike anything human or alien civilizations had ever encountered. The vessel began transmitting a message, but the language was incomprehensible. The crew attempted to communicate, but their efforts were futile. The alien ship seemed to be waiting for something. It was then that Captain Holt realized the truth. The aliens had been watching humanity all along. The signal they had intercepted wasn't a plea for help or a simple form of communication. It was a test. A test to see if humanity was capable of handling the power and responsibility of such technology. The alien vessel had been waiting for a species brave enough to take the first step into this new, unknown frontier. None of the other species had dared to venture this far. They had feared the portal, feared what it might bring. But humanity, with its unyielding curiosity and bold determination, had crossed the threshold. And now, they were the ones standing on the precipice of galactic evolution. The aliens had watched, waited, and observed, but when it came time for action, it was humanity that had the courage to face the unknown. In that moment, the alien ship's systems powered down, and the portal closed. The message was clear: humanity had passed the test. The aliens had seen enough. They would no longer hide in the shadows of the galaxy, and they would no longer fear what might come from the void. It was humanity's time to rise. Captain Holt and his crew returned to the Endeavour, their mission complete, but with far more questions than answers. They had unlocked a new chapter in the story of the galaxy, one where humanity was no longer a fledgling species, but a bold, capable force ready to explore the universe and face whatever challenges lay ahead. The other species that had once dominated the galaxy now watched from a distance, no longer certain of their superiority. It was humanity that had dared to push the boundaries, to take risks, and to embrace the unknown. It was humanity that had crossed the threshold, not just into new worlds, but into a new era of galactic history. As the Endeavour sailed back to Earth, the crew couldn't help but smile. They had done what no one else had the courage to do. They had stepped into the unknown. And now, humanity was ready to show the galaxy just how far they could go. The stars no longer seemed so far away, and the future, once uncertain, now gleamed brightly ahead. Because if anyone had the will to conquer the unknown, it was humanity. And so the journey continued. As the Endeavour made its way back to Earth, the crew felt a sense of accomplishment unlike anything they had ever experienced. They were not just returning with data or discoveries, they were returning as pioneers. They had crossed a threshold that no other species had dared to approach, and the galaxy was forever changed because of their courage. But the journey was far from over. The mysterious alien ship, though it had powered down and disappeared back into the depths of the galaxy, had left behind a lasting impression on Captain Holt and his crew. They knew the encounter was only the beginning, a harbinger of challenges and opportunities to come. What was the purpose of the portal? Who or what had built it and why? And most importantly, what did the other advanced alien civilizations think of humanity now that they had passed the test? On Earth, the arrival of the Endeavour marked a historic day. As the ship docked and the crew disembarked, they were met with cheers, applause, and overwhelming media coverage. The world had been waiting for news of their mission, but no one could have anticipated the magnitude of what they had discovered. Humanity was no longer a curious species venturing into the unknown. They were now seen as a serious player in the galactic community, capable of facing down the impossible and making bold choices in the face of uncertainty. The message from the alien vessel was transmitted to the United Galactic Council, the governing body of the most powerful species in the galaxy. For the first time, humanity was invited to participate in the Galactic Summit, a rare honor given to only a few civilizations. The other species, once distant and secretive, now regarded humanity with a mix of curiosity, admiration, and wariness. The Endeavour's journey had forced them to rethink their assumptions about humans. The species that had once been considered a young, untested power was now a force that had proven itself capable of unimaginable risks and bravery. For Captain Holt and his crew, the realization hit hard. They had stepped into the unknown without hesitation, but now they had to face the consequences of their actions. The invitation to the summit was an opportunity, but it also came with immense responsibility. They had not just discovered alien technology, they had unlocked the potential for interstellar conflict, alliances, and an entirely new era of galactic politics. The United Galactic Council was both intrigued and cautious. They knew that the portal was only one piece of a much larger puzzle. There were countless unknowns about the technology, the race that had created it, and the deeper mysteries of the universe that lay waiting. Humanity had proven itself capable of navigating these unknowns, but the true challenge was still to come. The aliens that had constructed the portal were watching, waiting, and testing humanity's every move. In the months that followed, humanity worked tirelessly to study the portal, the alien vessel, and the data they had collected. They formed an interspecies council with representatives from the Illyrians, the Karn, and the Vothra, other advanced species in the galaxy, who had been closely observing humanity's rise. These races, who had once viewed humanity with skepticism, now saw them as allies, necessary and valuable partners in the grand galactic scheme. Together, they began to decode the portal's origins, and what they discovered shocked them all. The portal was not just a transportation device. It was a beacon, a signal sent to humanity from a long-extinct civilization that had once dominated the galaxy. The ancient race had vanished millennia ago, leaving behind only the portal as a reminder of their advanced technology. Their message was clear. They had left the galaxy, but they had foreseen a new species, one capable of stepping into their shoes. That species was humanity. They had watched, waited, and now it was time for humans to take the next step. The implications were staggering. Humanity was not merely an accidental presence in the galaxy. They were the heirs to a long-lost legacy. But with this knowledge came immense pressure. The galaxy was not a peaceful place, and the power that humanity now held could easily be abused. The leaders of Earth and the other galactic races knew that this new era would require careful diplomacy and balance. Humanity's actions from here on out would determine their future and the future of the galaxy. Captain Holt stood before the Council, a new title now attached to his name, the first human ambassador to the Galactic Council. He had become a symbol of humanity's potential, its bravery, and its capacity for growth. The responsibility weighed heavily on him, but he knew that the galaxy was watching. The test had not ended with the portal or the alien ship. It had only just begun. As the summit drew to a close, a new chapter began for humanity. The portal had opened not just a doorway to another part of space, but to an entirely new realm of possibilities. There were still many unanswered questions, and the road ahead was uncertain. But one thing was clear. Humanity had taken its place among the stars. The universe, vast and enigmatic, no longer seemed so distant. The stars were no longer just points of light in the sky. They were destinations, mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and challenges to be met. And humanity, once a species confined to a single planet, now stood at the threshold of a new era, ready to embrace the future with courage, curiosity, and the unshakable resolve to forge its own destiny. As the crew of the Endeavour returned to their ship and prepared for their next journey, they looked out at the stars, knowing that they were not just travelers in the void anymore. They were pioneers, leaders, and ambassadors to a galaxy that was ready to take them into its fold. And so the journey continued. For humanity, there was no going back. The stars were theirs to explore, to claim, and to protect.